Good evening, friends. I'm Amarjit Kaur, here on behalf of IACC, presenting to you the iTalk series to celebrate International Women's Month. As our guest of honor today, I have Arvinder Sodhi, who is very motivational to all of our Central Florida community, especially in her new role now to spread awareness on mental health issues. Before we get to speak with Arvinder, we would like to thank our platinum and gold sponsors, which are Orlando Magic, WinMed Health, Karma Roofing and Restoration, Diverse Health, Vyas Primary Care Advisors, and our gold sponsors are City National Bank, Spine and Spine and Brain Neurosurgery Centers, Orlando Health, Walgreens, and Joshi Law Firm. And we would also like to thank our silver and bronze sponsors. I always believe that one of the most valuable people you can have around is a solution finder, a problem solver who connects you to people and places that not only enrich your life but help you help those who are seeking assistance. I have personally known Arvinder from 12 plus years, and she never failed to amaze me on her knowledge on different topics. Arvinder have been involved in real estate business, early childhood education. She has devoted hours and hours of dedicated work at Central Florida, the Sikh Society of Central Florida. And now her new journey started with Gratus. Before further ado, let's speak to Arvinder. Hello, Arvinder. Could you please tell our viewers more about who Arvinder Sodhi is in your own words?
Oh, good evening, Amarjit. Thank you so much first for having me on the iTalk series to celebrate International Women's Month. I'm really grateful to be here, and I'm extremely excited actually to contribute in any way that I can. And I thank the viewers as well as the sponsors all for participating in making this happen. Who Arvinder Sodhi is, in my own words. I find myself to be someone who is deeply passionate about resilience, purposeful living, and authenticity, being yourself. So over the years, yes, I've worn many hats, from the ventures that I've had in volunteerism, management, real estate, the ones that you have mentioned, and leadership roles that include, have always included in some way, shape, or form, some aspect of mental wellness and philanthropy. My main goal, I think, is to inspire others to embrace their true selves, to live authentically. And yes, I've always believed in the community and supporting one another in any way that I can and that we can do it together through collaborations.
Right. I'm sure many of our community members have had personal experience with you over time. And once you, as you know, once you meet Arvinder, you know she will be there for you in any way or shape or form. She will always be there. So now, Arvinder, all the different roles that you have taken in past years, have you ever felt that it was difficult as a woman to adapt to all those different roles?
Yeah, I think having the woman aspect, having challenges as a woman, and facing the the said and unsaid things in the different roles. Absolutely, there have been challenges along the way, but I think I've always approached them with a mindset of, again, resiliency and determination. And if I know that I have guidance, I have support, I can navigate the obstacles that come my way. I rely heavily on faith.
Right.
So was the question how I adapted? I think just the tools that I have used are prayer and research. Those have been my best tools. If I know what I'm up against, if I know the information surrounding what I'm up against, then yeah, I'm well prepared, well informed, and then the rest is prayer.
Of course, of course. I'm sure, of course, the challenges are there, but glad like there is always some assistance in our community, especially Central Florida community. I feel like everybody is well connected and very, very helpful and kind toward each other. So we always have some guidance out there, and I'm glad people like you always had guidance also. I mean, we see guidance from you, and I'm glad there was a guidance for you whenever you needed. Moving on with your experiences, I know you have been with in school business, in real estate business. How the idea of withGratus came from, and what it means to you?
So definitely withGratus stemmed from professional as well as personal journey and experiences. So it's a combined kind of belief in gratitude, compassion, selfless service, these things, and empathy. For
Right,
me, withGratus is not just an organization; it's a movement. It's a movement towards holistic well-being and the making of impact, of meaningful impact, I should say, to make a difference in our communities. So it's really embodying who I am as a person, and then branching out, extending to the team members that we have that are like-minded in that way. And together, if we can make an impact, that to me is most impactful in what we're doing. That was way too many impacts in one sentence.
not true. It's definitely exciting when we feel like we are adding meaningful contribution to someone's life or our society in general. You know, whenever we can help help anyone. Now that you have mentioned emotional health or brought up the topic of healthy minds, what do you think we can do to help our young girls who are suffering more and more today from such issues?
Uh, Regarding topic of emotional health, especially young girls, it's really heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking to see that so many are struggling with mental health issues and becoming well. There's also, I guess, the huge belief that I have is that education and destigmatization, those are really the key, and being there for one another, being compassionate, creating safe spaces where girls feel comfortable
Right.
expressing themselves, seeking help, receiving the support, just being there, being available, listening. And I think providing access to the resources, the mentorship programs, and also the services that are out there. Those are crucial, I think, to addressing the growing concern. I believe that if we could all just become, informed and trauma care informed, just so that when we can see others and interact with others, we can recognize the signs, in ourselves as well, but in others as well. It's most important.
I would like you to let our viewers know any of the maybe the signs or symptoms that parents can follow to help their young ones or anyone in general. Like, what would one look for if there is
Yeah.
maybe a list or signs to follow that
Yeah, that's an excellent question, and I commend IACC for inviting these kinds of talks and having this kind of conversation,
right,
where people can finally discuss, like, okay, this is what's going on. So recognizing the signs, it really can be anything. There could be sadness, anxiety, irritability, changes in your sleep or appetite, but these are things that you can see in other people, and just bring up the question, like, are you okay? Is everything okay? And being there for one another is the most important.
right,
When you know that you have at least one person that you can connect with, call with, reach out to. And then again, it's not always that person that you expect. Sometimes you have somebody very, very close to you that just does not know, just is not informed, can't
right,
reach out to you, has their own limitations, whatever it is. So sometimes recognizing that, the people that you're relying on may not be your people. Communicate, be open to try to say something. And it often, in those times when you're actually going through something, that's the hardest. That's the hardest, to sometimes step out and say something. But I think reaching out, researching, these are good ways to kind of understand, okay, what's going on with me, what's going on with somebody else. That's basically, just in a nutshell.
Right.
I think we're standing at a crossroads in our society of understanding mental health. There are remarkable scientific, progresses that are happening, and we're confronted with a kind of a paradox where our knowledge is deepening about mental wellness, but the illness rates are still climbing, right? So it's leaving a lot of countless individuals and families in serious turmoil. And it's not just a healthcare issue, it's a societal issue, it's an American tragedy. So our current system often fails to provide the holistic, person-centered care needed to address the underlying issues driven in the mental health care challenges. And instead of offering that quick fix solution, it only scratches the surface. So how to go deeper is actually having these meaningful relationships with people, actually connecting with people, actually speaking on a heart to heart level.
Right. What is one way that our viewers can connect with you? They can learn more about withGratus or the programs that are right now happening, or in the future, like near future, that are happening. Please let our viewers know if they can. What is the one way that they can connect with
So
withGratus?
a couple of ways to connect with me are definitely, if you have my phone number, connect with me, call me, text message with me. Like I'll send you the places where to go, and if there's events happening. Like if you're interested, then definitely for sure do that. I can also be found on Facebook, so it's facebook.com /withGratus. That's always a good place to kind of get the information from. And then I need a really good tech person who can help me with email blasts, or I could get these out on an email. But there are a lot of events that happen in town that really connect you to like-minded people, help you create your awareness. And whenever you walk into one of these rooms, you walk out learning something that you can use for yourself as a tool. And then once you learn something, pass it on, teach it to somebody else. And this is how society works. The world works this way.
It works. Yep. No, I have had personal experience with you where I have walked into withGratus and walked out with much of the knowledge that I did not know about mental health issues. So I'm very grateful. Thanks a lot, Arvinder, for taking the time. It was always a pleasure speaking with you. I am sure many will benefit from all the work that you're doing in Central Florida. Thanks again. And to all our viewers and to you, we would like to meet you guys all at IACC's Women's Day celebration on March 30th with Palak Patel, a renowned chef from Chutney Live. Thank you, guys.